All righty. Can you go to the next slide? Okay, we've got some great programs lined up for the second half of our year. You can go to the next slide because I think we have individuals. So next month is going to be a virtual only lecture with Ben Millett. And I don't remember what his lecture topic is, but it's exciting and Ben Millett is really cool. What is it? Oh, yeah. What's a little alteration among friends? Thank you, Marcy, for the reminder. Yes, so, all right. In August, we're gonna have Bridget Dermott doing a virtual lecture and a virtual workshop. The workshop is gonna be August 18th, and it will go on, we're gonna post the scholarship link on Sunday. That'll be open for a week, and then tickets will go on sale after that. So in a week from Sunday, tickets will go on sale. It is $45 for the workshop, and then you do have to buy the pattern, which is giving us a 50% discount. And then in September, we're going to be back here again for an in-person lecture with Sarah Biscaglia, and then she is doing a 2-day natural dyeing workshop. So it's Saturday and Sunday, $100 for the whole weekend. And those will be going on sale in like a month. Yes.
Where is the workshop?
To be determined.
Okay.
Possibly here, but we'll see. Possibly the Kenton Firehouse. We will let you know. All right, and then in October, we're gonna have Melissa Mason doing a virtual meeting and a virtual workshop. And those will go on sale later. And then we'll have a few more meetings that we're still in the process of getting contracts signed. So, Pat, do you want to come up here? Woo. Since you're here. Oh, and she's got a quilt to show us. Camera's over here. So you can go all the way over.
I can move it.
It's focused. Hi, it's been a while since I've done this. It's nice to be back. So this is one of the quilts that we did at our charity sewing day. So for those that don't know, one day a month we take over modern domestic and sew blocks. Everything's supplied, sewing machines, threads, fabric. You've just got to bring yourself. You can bring yourself for 15 minutes and make a block. You can bring yourself for the whole time. And it's really fun. It's a great group of people that are regulars. I see some faces here. And every month we make one or sometimes two quilts, and they go either, this one is going to head to Dornbecker Pediatric Intensive Care Unit. So we mainly do Dornbecker and Canberra, which I've been told is back on this year. So we have a large bag full of quilts because we've been collecting them for the last 3 years for them. And then we also, once a year, we do a hospice quilt. So we do something that's a little more grown up, a little more less rainbow, more mature. Not my favorite ones. I love rainbows. Also, there is a box full of wonky star kits if anyone is so inclined. The little packets, they have everything you need to make one of those blocks. And you can grab it and you can make one, you can make 10, and then return it when you're done. I think quilts coming back to me, I think 3 years is the longest, but I might have to calculate. I haven't worked out whether Violet's still got the longest quilt to come back to me or not. But it should take 2 years off for COVID, so you're probably still under the 3-year limit. Actually, glad you said hi. And so the Monkey Star quilts, I've just made up 5 tops. So every year we give about 20 quilts from this program. And they go to Doorbecker, and then there's always one that goes to Canberra and making big ones there. So it's because it's been going on for so long, the blocks just, whenever you're done, get them to us and they'll go into a quilt. So it's sort of been a 7-year program of Wonky Stars. So yeah, if you're at all inclined, this box back there, grab a packet and have some fun.
Thank you for coming to that. Wonky Star made a great leader and ender project. If you want to try that, that's where you start one piece and then you sew the next piece without cutting the thread so that you don't end up with a giant nest under your sewing machine. So I love Wonky Star as my leader and ender project. All right, we are going to have some sew days at the West Side Mill End, August 26th and November 18th. We will have the ironing boards and the cutting mats, and you can bring your machine and whatever projects you're working on and hang out for the day. We'd love to see you. All right, we have Tilikum Retreat is coming up at the end of October. We would love a couple more helpers. We did have a couple folks that volunteered at the last meeting to help, but many hands always make light work. We are going to have double occupancy rooms for $290 and single occupancy rooms for $350. All the meals are included. Thursday dinner through Sunday breakfast, and you don't have to think about what to cook for 4 days. And there is a special diet option if you need vegetarian, gluten-free, other options. So we will be getting those on sale hopefully in the next week-ish, and we'll post on Instagram when they go on sale and also send out an email. All right, and then the following weekend after Tilikum is the Astoria Retreat. Again, we would love a couple more helpers. It is going to be about $50 that you pay to the guild that will go towards your meals and goodies for the weekend, but then you book your own hotel room at the Astoria Crest Motel. So you get to decide if there's somebody in the guild that you want to double up on a room with, or if you want to bring your partner and they hang out in the hotel room or go to the beach and you sew the whole weekend, you get to decide that. So you book your own hotel accommodations and then $50 for the guild for the goodies for the weekend. All right. We have the opportunity to make a MQG community outreach quilt. This is has previously been called the Quilt Guild Charity Quilts. They've rebranded it slightly, but it's these lovely colors. And the theme is symmetry. We have had one pattern that has been sent in from Chris. And we'd love to make that one, but we'd love some options. So if you have an idea, it doesn't have to be a fully written pattern. We have folks that can help write the pattern. We just need a sketch or a design or an idea. And then we'll make up kits and everybody gets to make part of the quilt. And then we put it all together at the end and send it off to book. So if you have an idea, please let us know in the next week-ish so that we can get started on getting those kits. All right, we still would love some board help, social media VP, and then also please use the social media request form if you have something that needs to get posted. Also start thinking about, we are halfway through 2023. We're going to need a board for 2024. So start some news rolling and you think you want to help out. We'd love to have you. All right. We are taking a month off from our PDX improv sampler. But if you want to get caught up, this is a great chance to get caught up. We have so far, we've got Big Pink, the Tilton Bridge, Multnomah Falls. One other one that I'm forgetting. Mount Hood, yes, you're right, thank you. Those are all posted on the members only section of the website. It's not a pattern, it's like a set of prompts and ideas and shapes to explore. So, good way to kind of get you loosened up and thinking about improv. But we're gonna draw a prize winner for if you go to the next slide. For everyone that has participated so far and has posted on social media about it, I think if you just click on it, it'll go. No, it's not even a technical difficulties. Hold on. And while we are doing this, we'll give away our other stuff. So. Did everybody put their tickets in a?
You can just.
Yes.
All right.
Who will win? Who will win? Exciting. Sandy is one of our members from upstate New York. And she's still making a Portland quotes. All right, should we do those? I guess I need back over.
We're doing.
Sorry.
Get your steps in today.
Yeah.
Different fiber art stamps that were donated. We have these lovely little PMQT labels that we found in a box.
Somebody donated them to the retail.
It's called the Lazy Girl. And everybody needs a little seed gut. And then some, I guess these would be blenders according to Chris. Quarters. Not my favorite colors, but they will blend very well.
Put them with a bunch of other stuff. All right, get your tickets out. We're gonna just read the number. 544-8122.
There you go.
No, okay, we've got a country French pattern. Vintage pine needle, which isn't open anymore. A copy of Quilt Folk, a little charm pack, and some more of these little ribbon labels. Okay. Oh, this one's got a name. Karen Starr.
There you go, thank you.
All right, and then we've got some polka dot fat quarters.
And that work. A Rappy Stars flow pattern, a work beyond from Full Cotton. And some 2 more PMQG.
All right, we've got 544-8113. All right, I think the next slide is our blankets, warm winter welcome. So if you brought a blanket back, you can give it to Kim over there to take back and donate, and then we'll have, if you're interested in making more of those, you've got more blanket scraps, right? Yep, so you can email PMQPG gives back @gmail.com and get more of the blanket ends and make more blankets. We have lots of small groups that meet on Zoom. Those are all listed in the members only section. If you're interested in starting a new small group to meet on Zoom, let us know and we can set you up with a Zoom link. We've got a few new members. Welcome, new members. You can join anytime during the year. If you've got a buddy that wants to start coming to meetings, starting in July, membership will drop down to $25 for the remainder of 2023. And then we've got show and tell. So I think if you click on the Google link, maybe it was being kind of ornery earlier. So if you brought a book for show and tell, start getting it ready, but give us a minute to try to get the order so that we can keep track of folks. Marcy, how did you make this show up at home before? Oh, we also need a couple of quilt holders and folders. If you want to do that.
On the list?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, I like the stereotype. Missing some depth letter.
Awesome. I don't.
Uploaded a form in the.
Oh,
Okay, so, yeah, there you go. And then just search for show and tell.
Form.
Yeah, mine's, yeah. Actually, I don't hold it. I got some right here.
Okay.
Where are the forms?
Oh, there you go.
Look at that.
Great.
I can computer sometimes.
There.
There.
And then go to responses.
Click it again, there you go, get responses.
Individual. I don't know, just go to the individual responses and we'll look at them that way. All right,
Just click on the responses.
Yep,
And it should show you. everything.
that's where we are.
Yeah.
And it's
but
not
it-
showing it?
Well, it's just that they're organized a different way. All right.
It's fine.
Ready?
Introduce yourself.
Hi, my name's Sarah Flynn, and, I was lucky enough to go to the Southwestern that has a vintage trailer, at the coast. I went there for a week for artist residency. I have 3 kids and I'm a single one, so I packed kind of weird that morning of. I just grabbed a huge box and like, what's in there, going to sew, and I ended up having like, it was all mostly orphan box. And, as Chris points out, doesn't matter whatever I have, because it's usually the same color palette, because I'm always thinking the same thing. And, my week, that week was focusing on, making a series of passage quilts about, my divorce and processing that and letting that go. And I made several amazing pieces, and this is one of the pieces I made. And it was just great because like it all just came together. More like blocks and blocks of the month. And like that weird eyeball thing. I was like, I drew this for Target. I was like, I can't shop. This is COVID. But then I wrote on it. And yeah, I really like this quilt. It came together really.
I like the next one.
The trinket look along, and I used all my elephant glass fabrics, and the blocks are really teeny, and I didn't want to make 2 million of them. So I did a little apartments sparkle punch setting for it, so I could just make a few blocks.
Love it.
Great idea.
Next, why don't we have folks that wanna show their folks line up over here and then we can. Hop on. The tech is. The role of technical. Yeah. Please introduce yourself. You're Corey.
Here, I'll bring the microphone over. We don't have to. Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Not quite so far.
Okay, I took a class over at Sisters from Irene Roderick. It was the most fun class I've ever had in my life. She named it the Voltron, based on that Japanese robot figure. And she had us sew together strips of any width that we wanted, till we get a set. Certain size, any size, then you start cutting triangles and you fit it together like a puzzle. It was fabulously fun, so this is mine, everybody's was different.
And what's your name? Marjorie Ellis. Thank you, Marjorie. No, that's all right. Ask a Oh, it's right.
Yeah.
Oh.
His first name, Shayla.
All right. My name is Margaret. Well, you want to be able to take a picture, okay?
Oh, then I don't need to be in it.
My name's Steve. And I'm the new members I just joined. We also just moved here from Boston, so.
Welcome.
We've been here since February. This is an apron on uniform 3. I started making them a while ago and I'm kind of totally obsessed with a certain drawer full of scraps. Most of them are shirts of my sons and my husband's and shirts that I have either inherited from other people who have family members passed or just things I found at thrift stores. And I'm working with a technique where I pick up a scrap and I sew it together and I do absolutely minimal cutting. So my ambition is to have the very smallest trash pile I can possibly come up with in the end of the day. And I've done everything from king size quilts to aprons. But the first one I did was basically a stitch and flip exercise. I had never tried it. And I took it to a show in New Hampshire last fall with the Seacoast Modern Quilt Guild that I was a member of. And a group of ladies walked up to me and said, I just love this quilt. We design aprons for a living. You don't actually wear it, do you? And I said, yes, of course I do. There's spaghetti there. Stain over there. This one's not actually supposed to be worn, but that's the exception to the rule at this point in time. And there's lovely little thing. I'm also rampantly addicted to Boro stitching. I started a Boro stitching class with a guild member the day before they announced the pandemic. And we had plans to continue through a whole series of slow stitching methods, but that never happened. But I have just finished piece number 11 in a shelter series, and number 12 is on the table. And since it's the largest of all, it's going to take me a while. I don't set myself deadlines because then I don't think it out very well. I let it mull, and this piece was actually relatively fast. And as I was doing the hand embroidery, I realized that the quilt that was on my lap has almost all of the same fabrics in it that this one. That quilt only has 5 fabrics in it, and 4 of them are in this quilt. So, yes, I've been in the same door.
Yeah.
Angela, you're on.
It's not one of those pandemic stories. 2018. Anna Maria Mona came and taught classes here. Yeah. And the first day she did collage and hand stitching. And the second day she did the folklore quilt, which is what this is. But I took the hand stitching and I did in a lot of the blocks. I heavily embroidered some of the fabric. Just because I felt like it. And then because I had done all this hand embroidery, I had to have it custom quilted and Kazumi did a great job quilting this for me, so. That's my quilt flower quilt. Oh, Linda Dyer. I'm from Boston too.
All of that.
Nobody does.
You open this, there's the story. This was the first class I took. We'll hold it if not. Okay. All right. I'm Bernadette. I'm not from Boston. Yankees. Anyway. If you know, you know. So this was the first quilt class I took, and it's the gravity quilt from Jaybird Quilts, and she did it in a rainbow. And I was like, I'm green. So I picked a whole mess of and I put them all together, and I put the whole thing together, and I was like, oh, shoot. And I was like, oh man, who am I gonna get to quilt this thing? So I looked on Facebook and I saw some people in my area, and I was like, oh, send you a picture of my quilt. And I did this, and what do you think? And they're like, it's so ugly, I won't quilt it.
Where do they go?
Anyway, so I opened it up and I was like, screw it, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. So about 8 years passed, 9 years passed, and my girlfriend Lori, who's a master quilter, she's amazing, she goes, send me that green monster, and I gotta do this, it's bothering me, I'm gonna do this, and it's like, nobody wants to do this thing. Well, here's my green monster.
I'm pretty sure it's pickle bread.
No, it's always a gold. I think it's weird, I think it's not normal, but.
I love it.
It's lovely.
It's so it should be.
I love it. Beautiful.
Yeah. With yeah, gold up the back. Like finding.
My name is Marcia McFarland. I'm your VIP of membership. This is the Elizabeth Hartman. She did a string one where she tells you how to do everything by color, but I didn't like the colors she was using. So I used my own colors, which were blue, red, black, and purple. And this was one of the first quilts that I actually did on a long arm machine. I went to Modern Domestic and rented their machine, and we use it in summer. And now I really want a long arm machine.
Vinny, no, that was.
I didn't realize.
Come on. Is there anybody else that brought a quote for show tell? No.
Shannon, and the first quote Shannon are showing, it's actually on the side. I'm calling it Kitchen Love because it's gonna be in my kitchen in the corner. And the reason why I'm showing this little piece is actually that center quilt. Someone might recognize it was gifted as one of the blocks in the block exchange that we had for our first in-person meeting.
earlier this year. So we were talking, Chris was talking earlier about how you never know where a block might end up. And so someone lovingly made this block, and now it's gonna be in my kitchen. This I call sea glass, and I took a book class with Christina Melly, and it took me forever and a day, but it's done. And someone has suggested that I do hand quilting. I don't know. I don't really know how. Someone had suggested I do hand quilting in the center of the diamonds, and so I used different thicknesses of embroidery thread and did that. So,
Right.
here we go.
Like that.
Okay. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming out. If we can, everybody clean up your chair, stack them over there. And then the round tables are gonna get put away in the hallways. Out the door, kind of over by Kim.
Did we like the table? Like for next time?
Oh, I don't know. Do we like the tables or do we like theater seating better? Tables, all right. Awesome. We will keep that in mind. They had it already set up for something else. They just left it. So we'll try to do it again next time. Someone like to go away.